And how's it going, guys? Josh Olufemii here, and this is going to be the first week of Industry Catch-Up. This is going to be a cool new series that we're doing on the channel where my bro John Ros goes over all of the new things, all the details in the film industry that you need to know about. All right, John, tell us what we need to know this week.
Hey, what up? I'm John Ros. You might know me from some of the other videos on this channel. I'm going to be coming to you every week to give you some news and updates in the filmmaking world. Today is Tuesday, July 21st, 2020, and this episode is all about the great camera wars of 2020. On July 9th, Canon dropped the killer combo of the Canon R5 and the R6. Two different mirrorless cameras with 8K sensors, top-of-the-line autofocus, in-body image stabilization, 10-bit 4:2 recording, 14 to 15 stops of claimed dynamic range, and of course, flip-out screens. I missed this. The Canon R5 can record 8K DCI at 30 frames per second. That's insane. And 4K at 120 frames per second? What? And it comes in at $3,899 USD. The R6 comes in a bit cheaper and it shoots Ultra HD at 60 frames per second and 1080p at 120 frames per second, which is also very respectable. Head to head, they seem to have pretty similar image quality and are very competitive for their price points. The cameras have been mostly met with unanimous praise and hype, but there are concerns about potential overheating issues due to the compact size of the cameras. Canon then issued a statement last Tuesday responding with, Canon has taken several steps to manage the potential for overheating. Magnesium alloy was used in the body to dissipate heat away from internal components, an overheat control function to reduce heat generation when the camera is in standby. In regard to the installation of a fan, the decision not to install a fan within the body was made in order to maintain the EOS R5's compact size, lightweight construction, and weather resistance. Before recording starts, the EOS R5 and EOS R6 display an estimate of the recordable time based on the current camera temperature and the set recording mode. Canon has also provided a graph with internal temperatures and other specificities. I'll link that in the description down below. As for the R6, Canon did mention the EOS R6 can record up to 29 minutes and 59 seconds with a recording limit in the 5.1K oversampled 4K 60p mode at 23 degrees Celsius / 73 degrees Fahrenheit before encountering any heat-related issues within the camera, and up to 40 minutes of 4K at 30p. So it seems like if you want to record for a really long period of time, you might need an external recorder like the Atomos Ninja 5. Still, it seems like Canon is coming out of the gate hard this time, finally. And it seems like they're trying to take the throne away from Panasonic with their S1 and S1H mirrorless cameras. But there is another company to be aware of. This last Thursday, Sony announced and confirmed the existence of the A7sIII, finally, and will be holding a conference for it July 28th, 2020. For now, it's expected to shoot 4K at up to 120 frames per second at full frame. And it's touted to have even better low-light performance than its predecessor, the A7S II. In an April 2019 interview with DP Review, Kenji Tanaka, the VP and General Manager of Sony's business unit, responded to a question about meeting customers' expectations with, I want to think in a different way and create something that goes beyond the expectations of our customers. It's easy to add 4K 60, but beyond these specs, a lot of customers have other kinds of demands, and that's what we're researching. That was more than a year ago. We're all waiting with bated breath, Sony. And to round out the camera news for today, Blackmagic Design. On July 16th, 2020, Blackmagic Design held a live camera update event and dropped the bombshell of a freaking 12K Ursa Mini Pro. Finally, the acclaimed Ursa Mini 4.6K, first released on March 17th, 2016. It literally changed the game with its Alexa-like performance and insane dynamic range. And it just seems like Blackmagic is up to the same things again. Boasting a newly designed 80 megapixel Super 35mm sensor, hopefully full frame comes out pretty soon. Oh my god, I would love that. 14 stops of dynamic range, even though the 4.6K had 15 stops of dynamic range, just saying. And you can film in 12K up to 60 frames per second? That's insane. And by oversampling the 12K sensor, you're gonna get extremely detailed 8K and 4K at up to 110 frames per second. With a slight sensor crop, you can actually go up to 220 frames per second. This beast of a camera comes with interchangeable lens mounts, all the bells and whistles of the previous Ursa Mini Pro G2, and you can now record to USB-C. And it uses all the same accessories? This is crazy. This honestly seems like the ultimate camera for VFX work. With all these recent camera drops and with the potential for Nikon and Fuji to come in rebuttal, it seems like 2020 will be remembered for being the year of the camera wars, among other things. Besides news, I wanted to showcase a few videos that I really enjoyed and I think highlight the filmmaking community. Not too long ago, Gevirtz dropped a video called Overcoming Shooting Anxiety, which I think is a problem that all of us have definitely felt. I know I have. He shares some of his helpful tips and insights in a beautifully presented piece. TLDR Filmmaker shares his quick in-depth reviews for some cool looking stabilizer for your already stabilized gimbal. This dude consistently puts out some great informative content and has not taken a break. And lastly, my exposure series. Have you seen it? Because I did a video on ISO, shutter, and aperture, and if you haven't, I'm kind of feel personally offended. No, but seriously, if you're new to the camera game or you just need a quick refresher, this series might be exactly what you're looking for. Anyway, thanks for watching the first episode of my filmmaking news series, where I'm going to cover things like gear announcements, industry news, as well as other relevant filmmaking topics. I'll catch you next time.
Thanks so much, John. You are so freaking talented. You can check out John's Instagram here and his website here. Thanks so much for watching the video, guys. I actually have 2 additional videos that you've got to watch. And remember to get your free month of Envato Elements by clicking the link below in the description. And lastly, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching, guys. And as always, remember to keep it chill.